characters from literature can, over time, seem to cross into the boundary of reality. Take, for example, Robin Hood. There are those who think he actually exists, and even we on the channel have been to visit Robin Hood's grave. If he isn't the most famous character to fit this bracket, then maybe King Arthur and Merlin and the Knights of the Round Table also fall into this category. Were they real? Were they fiction? And are they hidden in a cave right here in Alderley Edge? Hey everybody, Matt and
Danielle.
Back with you. Welcome to the dark side of the moor. What a beautiful location we are in today. We are in Alderley Edge, near Wilmslow, near things like Stockport. In the distance we can see the skyline of Manchester. And yeah, it's a nice woodland, it's full of rocks and things like that. But we are here on a little bit of a mythical quest today, because there is a very famous story linked to here. I'll tell you the story soon, because we only just started. But it is suggested in this story that somewhere in Alderley Edge is a cave, and inside that cave is King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table being watched by Merlin. Now, the story is more to do with the Wizard of Alderley Edge, and he might be here as well. Who knows what we're going to find? Will we end up in a mystical cave and transported back to the 9th century?
Hopefully.
Let's hope so. Wow, have we already found it? There's some steps up here. No, that's not it.
How would they have got in there?
I don't know. Well, centuries later.
Just having a chat.
So we found a well, and we found the wizard. Wow.
Earth? No.
Earth.
The
Drink of.
water?
Drink
Fall.
of this.
By? Wizard?
Well, that says wizard there.
Yep.
Drink of. Maybe it looks better further back. Okay, so here is possibly Merlin. This is the wizard's well, and that's a rather amazing carving in it. Talking about amazing carvings, here's Danielle, and we're going to try and figure out exactly what it says. So it's supposed to say, if we've got this right, drink of this. Really? Drink of this.
Drink.
And
This.
and taketh
Taketh.
thy fill.
Thy fill.
For the waterfalls.
For the
Waterfalls, yes, by the wizard's will.
By the wizard's.
Wow. There
Will.
we go, yeah. Now, I love ancient mysteries, but I don't think I'd survive if I drank that water. Okay, so what is the story of the Wizard of Alderley Edge? Well, the story itself appeared for the first time around the early 1800s, and it involves a farmer who is on the way to market to try and sell a white horse. And as he's passing through here at Alderley Edge, wow, the leaves are amazing. As he's passing through here at Alderley Edge, he comes across a very, very old-looking man with a white beard and carrying a staff. And the old man says to him, "Can I buy your horse rather than you take it to market?" But the farmer wants to try and get the best possible price, so he refuses to pay, but says, "I'm going to carry on and see if I can get a better deal." So the old man says to him, "You will not actually sell your horse at the market, so when you come back with it, I'll buy it from you. Meet me here at Alderley Edge." So the farmer goes off to the market, tries to sell his horse, and even though there's a lot of interest in it, nobody wants to pay. So he heads back here to Alderley Edge, to the same spot where he agreed to meet this old man. The old man is in position and says, "Okay, I will buy your horse, and if you follow me to this cave, I will pay you. Bring your horse along." So the old man heads up to the rocks and caves just above us here. And when he reaches a cave, he gets his staff and he knocks on the entrance to the cave, which suddenly opens. And at this point, the farmer realizes it's not just any kind of old man, that this is a wizard. Into the cave entrance they go, the wizard leading the way. He's taking the horse along. And as they get further and further, it opens up into a gigantic cavern. Inside this cavern are a number of sleeping knights and horses. The old man turns to the farmer. We now know that this is supposed to be Merlin, and he says that this is the resting place of King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table. But he says if you count, you'll notice something. So they count the knights and they count the horses, and there is one horse missing. So Merlin gets out some jewels and treasure from the cave and passes it to the farmer. The farmer hands over the horse, and the horse falls asleep in the cavern next to the knight that doesn't have the horse, essentially. Therefore the army is complete. Merlin leads the farmer out of the cave and sent on his way. The farmer decides that he's going to go back though to try and find the cavern, and although he searches these woods, every inch of them, he cannot re-find the cavern holding King Arthur and his knights, and he never sees the old man again. So is it possible that somewhere in these woods is a cavern holding King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table, who apparently in legend are said to sleep until England's greatest need, when they will awaken and come out to save the day? The legends of King Arthur and Merlin were written about in 1136 AD. They were characters from History of the Kings of Britain by Geoffrey of Monmouth. However, there are earlier references to Arthur that date back to the 9th century and portray Arthur as a war leader. So, all my life I've known the story of King Arthur, and my dad was utterly obsessed with King Arthur. So my view of King Arthur is that he is from Wales, not from here at Alderley Edge. So it's interesting to find a version of the story where he is here and essentially in Stockport, which is not quite where you'd imagine King Arthur and Merlin to be. But it is still a great story. But yeah, mid-Wales is kind of where it developed from. I think around the 12th century it was the first time it appeared. And all of it was created by one person whose name is out of my head, but I'll put it up here so you'll have heard the name. But yeah, to the point, it's like when my dad passed away, he kind of wanted a knight's burial. He wanted to be put on a boat covered with a Welsh flag, and he has a big sword, and floated downstream and we would fire arrows at it and set it on fire.
Like a Viking funeral.
Like a Viking funeral in a way, I suppose, as well. You kind of wanted that.
Nice.
The council didn't allow it, unfortunately. But yeah, so King Arthur got a little soft spot for all those stories. But yeah, like I mentioned earlier, like Robin Hood as well, it is a story that kind of passes those boundaries, and lots of people will presume it's actually true that these people were real. However, it is just a story. But Merlin is there on that rock, wishing to poison us with his well of dirty water. But let's see what else we can find here. This is quite a magical place. I don't know if it's just because we've hit it in autumn, all the leaves falling, it looks amazing. There's quite a lot of people here. But yeah, the rocks we've just shown you are called Castle Rock, which I'm pretty sure is a movie studio. Castle Rock Entertainment. Maybe. Somewhere in the back of my head. Let me know if you know it. Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful. But there may well be a stone circle somewhere nearby, and possibly a cave to find as well. Maybe even the cavern with the knights, I don't know. Though I imagine if it's an open cave, they won't be in there anymore. So yeah, let's see what else we can find here at Alderley Edge. What are you laughing at?
Those trees. Straight as you.
And you, darling. What's got your attention? You're naughty. So this area of Alderley Edge has apparently been mined for 4,000 years, a copper mine, and that's why when we've been filming it you might have been able to see the dips, because all this area was a copper mine. There is potentially an entrance to one to see as well. Okay, so sadly we can't show you the mine. The fence doesn't always stop us if it's still safe, but it is very busy. The entrance is kind of where the main car park is. It's very fenced off, and there are forest rangers. So all those things are going against us, but that's happened because I think there's a crack in the mine, so it's no longer safe. They don't even run the tours anymore. This behind us was the Wizard's Inn, but as you can see it no longer is. But there's a nice little cute tea room here, so we'll just have a quick break, and then before we finish here, see if we can find the stone circle. So if you think you've heard the story of the knights in the cave and Merlin and everything else, if you're of a certain age, you may well know a book, I think came out in the 1970s, called The Weirdstone of Brisingamen, and it's by Alan Garner. And in actual fact, of course, the story of what happened here at Alderley Edge is the basis of what happens in the Weirdstone of Brisingamen. Apart from this time it's two children who find the wizard, and the story goes from there. And it is set here in Alderley Edge. Now, I'd actually forgotten that until we looked at what this rock was about here. This rock behind us is called Golden Stone, and it features in the book because we were trying to find out what it was about, and it triggered that brainwave because I think I read Weirdstone of Brisingamen in the 80s when I was at school. Very small, still very small, but you know what I mean. So yeah, Alan Garner, inspired by the story right here at Alderley Edge, and the Weirdstone of Brisingamen set right here as well. Hi. Struggling with a crack at the moment.
Tight squeeze.
It is a very tight squeeze. Don't do this at home. Oh my god. Here we are. Wow. Okay. We found a mine. Yeah. Look at this. My goodness. I wonder how far down it goes. That's crazy. Okay, thanks. Okay, so there we go. That is not one we can get in again. But you can't even see it. So far, an entrance to a mine. That's really exciting. There's a gate just ahead of us, but I think I might be stuck. Help! Would you feed me? Of stones.
Yeah.
I feel this is a bit anticlimactic for our video.
Yes.
But that's the stone circle. Oh well. Oh what? Yeah, I guess.
And sing song.
Okay, what shall we sing?
Do you want to eat the mushrooms in the woods?
You sing it, I'll film it. We've been here a while. interesting walk through the woods, hasn't it? I've really enjoyed it.
Matt.
Yeah?
What happened to your sharks?
Oh, that cheeky Merlin. Okay guys, there we go. That is the fantastic story of the Wizard of Alderley Edge. Was it Merlin? Is the cavern here but lost to time? And when exactly would be England's greatest need for King Arthur and his knights? I kind of feel that moment has passed. Or now. Now would be really good. Now would be good. Come and save us. This world is bonkers. But there we go. Time was very different centuries ago. Okay, thanks for joining us. Hope you've enjoyed it. We will see you very soon. Remember to like, share, comment and subscribe. Why not have a look on our T-Mill shop at our t-shirts and goodies on there, and we will see you very soon.